We'll make sure you're okay.
Your safety, and we're going to make sure that you're safe right now.
Yeah. You got up in my face there a while ago. I don't feel safe. Man, I've worked with you all for years, man.
I know.
For years,
Well,
I don't feel safe.
Listen to me. Listen to me. When you were pulling away from there, you may not have.
Oh, I'd already been patted down, but no,
Right. It's all.
I don't feel safe. I sure don't feel safe. 'Cause everybody should have their body cam on by policy, right?
Well,
Not on these situations, no.
Detective, I jumped out and didn't have mine. I was actually home cutting grass.
This is a crime scene now. We don't have to wear them, but I am wearing them.
Making everybody else that was originally here get out and knew I didn't have nothing, though.
Yeah.
I ain't got nothing, guys.
I believe you. Mickey, you know I ain't gonna let nothing happen to you.
He would make sure to make you feel as small and degraded and belittled as possible to take your power away, you know?
What sort of things would they do?
But also, like, I have to say, like, we were having fun too. You know, like, we were doing drugs, we was doing coke, doing a lot of cocaine, partying, you know, like, it wasn't like they were just like, they weren't raping, like, physically, like, you know, what people think about when they hear the word rape. It was consensual, but it was the thing that we were so young, and then they used it against us and to destroy our lives later.
How so?
With the legal system. And CPS, systematically removing your whole life, piece by piece.
Did they ever tell you that you couldn't say anything?
Yeah. I mean, that was just a given, you know. And like, who would believe it anyway? Because the whole town's doing it, you know. Nobody cares. They're all swingers. It's all a big party to them. It was just like so normal.
Did you ever have sex with him after he became judge?
Yeah.
When he was the judge?
Yes. I've had sex with him in the chambers. I've had sex with him upstairs.
You had sex in the chambers?
Yes.
How did that... How many times would you say you had sex with the judge in the courthouse?
Countless.
Countless?
Or sexual relations of some sort. Yeah.
I mean, if you had to put a number on it.
I don't know. Have you seen my record? It's a long one.
And he basically...
He's been part of every charge I've ever had.
Do you know why the sheriff killed the judge?
I don't, but I have my own suspicions and beliefs.
What do you think?
I think that he's seen that nothing was ever going to stop. Nothing was ever going to change unless something big happened. And I don't know what it was that triggered it. Mickey ended up getting named in a lawsuit for not doing anything about it or not properly training them. So I wonder, like, if he was like this is so far out of my hands, what am I supposed to do?
What do you think of? I mean, what do you make of the sheriff? What is his sort of reputation?
He's got a good reputation. He was well respected. He was always good to me, fair, firm. You know, he'd take you to jail and stuff, but he wasn't like a groper and raper and stuff like the other ones. And he was always good to me.
And I think we're going to find out more. I mean, we haven't actually heard from Sheriff Stein's lawyer in recent times, and he's getting to the point where they're going to divulge exactly why. But a lot of it has to do with the fact that Sheriff Steins was the only person filed against in these civil rights lawsuits. There were like 2 inmates who filed a civil rights lawsuit, and this is what made the state of Kentucky start to investigate this whole scam, or scheme, I should say. Basically, what we have here is that the sheriff was sued along with Letcher County for behaviors that forced inmates into having sex in order to get drug rehab or home detention, either to go to a drug rehabilitation center or have home detention. So in the process, after this lawsuit, and in the lawsuit, they alleged that Deputy Ben Fields had been forcing these 2 particular victims, allegedly had forced them into having to have sex. He ended up getting convicted, but the lawsuit continued. It was a civil rights lawsuit in federal court, and Sheriff Stein had to be deposed. And a lot of the questions that were going to be asked of Sheriff Stein was, who else was involved in this? Was it just Deputy Ben Fields? And there were a place in the lawsuit like where you could add new people. So what ended up happening is that the sheriff was deposed, and then just a couple days later, he shot the judge. And the nexus there is the sheriff was told not to talk. The sheriff was not to divulge that there were other people involved in this scheme. We don't know how he was told not to talk. We don't know exactly what kind of threats were levied at him. But this has been something that has been out there, that the sheriff went into that depot and he said nobody else was involved. And we even know from the investigation by the state of Kentucky into Deputy Ben Fields that one of the alleged victims said that Judge Mullins was having sex with inmates as well. Other people were involved, according to the victims, and that's how there's a connection.
Okay.
Hey there, thanks for stopping in. We hope you will join us again. We all look forward to next time. We get to talk about true crime.